Vincent Markham speaking. Are there any calls for me?
There's nothing from the Merriman Foundation?
All right, thank you. Come in.
Mark?
Yes?
That wasn't a question. I'm Robert Morton. We met very briefly when you came in.
How do you do? I'm afraid I wasn't in a very attentive frame of mind.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm pampered.
Dr. Roche is very thorough.
Yeah, excruciatingly so.
Our facilities must seem overwhelming compared to Peru.
Frustrating would be the more apt word.
I suppose so. Still, what you're doing down there, financing the entire operation out of your own pocket. No, thank you. It's very commendable.
Not very commendable when you had the money to begin with. Especially since you didn't earn it.
Seems you've earned the use of it. Well, perhaps when you feel up to it, we might discuss your work more fully.
Oh, excuse me, Doctor. I don't mean to be rude, but I can't escape the feeling that I'm sitting in your living room and you're looking down on me saying, so this is Claire's beau. I wonder what his intentions are. Only I'm not Claire's beau. And this is hardly the time or the place to be asking if my intentions are honorable.
I don't think so. May I call you Vincent?
If you like.
I'd like more than that. I'd like to know my daughter's husband. At the moment, all I have are facts.
Don't you think you should be speaking to Claire about that?
I have.
And?
Well, she hasn't answered me. Nothing but vague professional incidents, abstract drawings of your relationship.
And you'd like me to give you some specific incidents, some personal drawings of our relationship to sharpen the focus.
Yes.
Why, Dr. Morton? So you can pigeonhole our marriage neatly and then move on to something more important, something less aggravating?
So I can find out why my daughter's marriage failed, and perhaps in some small way help to repair it.
What makes you think it's worth repairing?
You're my daughter's husband.
For better or for worse?
I'm sure that sounds terribly conventional, but that's the way I feel.
And Claire?
Well, what about Claire?
Exactly. You know, she's no longer a little girl in pigtails following faithfully after you around these hallowed halls of science.
Well, what do you mean?
It's possible that Claire doesn't want to repair our marriage.
What about you? Why did you come here, if not to persuade Claire that she was making a childish and impetuous mistake?
That's an interesting technique, Doctor, to ask a question and supply the answer you most like to hear.
And I'll simply ask the question, why did you come?
I came to find out why Claire ran away, if I could.
You found the reason?
I should think you would be more able to supply the reason than I.
Are you implying that somehow or other I'm responsible for this failure?
Would you say it was a possibility?
I've discovered I know very little about my daughter.
Then we have something in common, Doctor.
Is that all we have in common? Are we opponents?
Claire is filing for a divorce. I won't contest it. That's a private call, if you don't mind.
I'm sorry we had to meet like this, with nothing more in common than Claire's unhappiness. Yes.
Dr. Markham, they're ready with your call to the Merriman Foundation. Yes, Mr. Richter's on the line. Thank you. Oh, if I don't get relief from this telephone soon. By the way, Dr. Morton, has that darling little boy in 14A come out of the anesthetic yet?
Yes, a few minutes ago.
Oh, good.
That call you just put through, you did say Richter.
Mm-hmm. No, I promised I'd visit him as soon as...
Is it Carl Richter? Oh, just tell me, is he talking to Dr. Markham?
I'm sorry, but I'm not permitted to give out any information about the patients to anyone except...
Immediate family, I know. Dr. Markham is my husband.
Your husband?
Yes. Is it Carl Richter?
Yes.
And it was Richter who placed the call to Dr. Markham, wasn't it?
No, your husband placed the call.
Thank you.
Dr. Morton.
No, I got banged up a little. No, that will not be convenient. Well, I'm interested in meeting your board of directors, but I'm more interested in our meeting. When? All right, then. That's definite, Mr. Richter.
Yes, I'm sorry to come bursting in on you like this.
Oh, Claire, I didn't expect to see you again until we were standing up in front of the judge and he pronounced us unwed.
You have a headache?
Your father dropped by a few minutes ago. I think he was trying to find out if the failure of our marriage was his fault.
Is there something I can get you?
Aren't you on duty late tonight, Claire? I don't recall your being that conscientious in Peru.
I could rub your neck and shoulders. That might help.
Oh, a massage. It's very considerate of you, Claire. I'd love a massage.
Here. Sit down over here and I'll...
You can put it on my hospital bill.
Why were you talking to Carl Richter? Vincent, you can tell me there are no strings attached anymore.
I should have thought by now you'd have become aware that I have no intention of becoming involved with Mr. Richter or the Merriman Foundation with its cost accounting approach to the treatment of disease.
Then why did you place the call to Richter?
Do you think under the circumstances you have any right to become concerned with my affairs? If you don't mind, I'd prefer no company at the moment.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
In return, you could teach me about you.
I suspect you know too much about me already.
In which case, you can do it when I pick you up this evening. Claire happens to be on the staff of the hospital. Now, she's bound to want to see the results of the test. I can't keep the answers from you.
Just because I'm what?
Nothing. I didn't mean that.
Sure you did. You do that, you get hurt.